What's going on, YouTube world? This is Marcus and the wifey, Tony. We are now the Hugging Hikers, but we are here at Ravencliff Falls, just north of Helen, Georgia, and it's about 5 miles round trip in and out. So let's see what happens today. Hey, how y'all doing today?
Hey, how are y'all?
Good, how are you? Hey. Hey. Hey, how y'all doing today?
You got that. My son has that.
What's that?
See, that's the
Yeah, it's the GoPro 10.
GoPro, right?
Yep.
He has it, and I told him, like, I probably need to get that and go on this. And
I actually had the head mount with it too, and I was trying it on there. I was like, no, it's just uncomfortable.
okay.
It's like it's uncomfortable. Hey, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. You know, I honestly forgot how hilly this is to start out. But as you can see, no hugs yet. That's okay. People are talking and that's the start. But I don't know if y'all noticed, as we were walking in, we were walking next to the little river here. And one of the cool things about the National Forest system, at least around here, I don't know how it is everywhere, but at least around here, most of them you can actually hike in and camp off the trails, which is really cool. But you know, until we see something or get a hug or talk to somebody again, we'll be back, guys.
Hopefully they're gonna pick that up on their way out.
Maybe. Maybe they will. Well, this is fixing to be a little challenging. Because it appears that the bridge that used to be here is no longer here. So, with that being said, I guess we're going across these trees. Not gonna lie, it's been a couple years since we've been here, and the last time we was here there was definitely a bridge to cross. So treacherous it is, eh? Yeah. If you want to take a picture of it, step back. You got somebody coming behind you. It's solid, that's it, and that's why I'm stepping on this one.
Yes. Can take a picture of it.
Show us this way, bud. See, that's the base of the old bridge. Maybe it's time they come in and put a new bridge. What y'all think? Anyway, until we see something cool or we talk to somebody, see you shortly.
Are you being on camera?
Sure.
Guys, hug number one of the day.
Thank
Hug
Thank
number
you.
one?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yes, we're part of a ministry called TheHuggingHiker.
Oh, seriously? It's
Yep.
a ministry. Free hugs?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Well, I'm happy to have participated in it.
Well, thank you for it.
Check us out
Oh,
on
y'all
YouTube,
fine.
Instagram.
Yep.
Sweet. Free hugs. It's
Yep.
just called Free Hugs.
Yeah, the Hugging Hikers, the YouTube channel. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, we started it about 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
And we honestly, we sat down and talked about it. With everything going on in the world today, we were like, the world needs more love beyond
Yeah.
politics,
Yeah.
religion, everything.
Yeah.
Just love.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's what we sat down and decided to do.
Language of love.
Hugs.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome.
So, but
That's
Cool.
awesome.
thank y'all.
You. Y'all
Yeah.
enjoy your
Can we
day.
get hugs too?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
we
so
love hugs.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh,
So
that's so
this
cool.
ministry, is it like a Christian ministry?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, we love Jesus too, so
You know,
we really love him. He's
and that's the thing. For us, it is a Christian ministry, but it goes beyond that.
Yeah. it's-
Because at the end of the day, to show the love of Christ, you have to show it to everybody, regardless
Yeah,
of what
right.
religion they are.
Wow.
It's true.
That's
So,
cool.
The easiest way to reach people is just love them, and that does, that depends on. Doesn't matter where they come from, just love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You might not be able to have that conversation about God, but you can always show love.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
So-
that's so cool.
Thank you.
Well, thank y'all so much.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good hike.
Thank you, you too.
A lot of hikes.
Thank you.
Lights so bad.
You want to know something, guys? Even though I may have stumbled over my words, it's kind of funny. This heart tree is a part of this hike. And if you go back and look at mine or Tony's personal Facebook page, I promise you, you will see this tree in pictures where we've hiked this before. But the most awesome thing about it is on this hike for today, we got our first set of hugs next to this tree. Tell me God don't work. Until we see some hugs, get some hugs, see some cool things. Sorry, I'm a little emotional. We'll see y'all at the next spot. Y'all know that I have to make some little weird comment about crossing little muddy holes. Oddly enough, I don't have any weird comments at the moment, but still muddy holes. Treacherous holes. Oh, well, trying to figure out how to get across this bad boy. Well, it also made me stop and look at one of the beautiful waterfalls that is on this trail. And I don't know if y'all know or not, but obviously the name of the trail is Ravens Cliff Falls. Yes, it will end with a waterfall on the way in. And obviously we got to come back out and go to cars, but still, same deal. There are the falls. There's actually several, but the last one at the end is 80 to 100 feet, somewhere in that ballpark. Well, folks, we back. Little bitty waterfall. Just some down trees. But I just want to get back on here and talk just for a second as we were still walking. We haven't ran in, I mean, we've ran into a few people, but you know, no more hugs yet. You know, everybody's loved the shirts and we're getting people talking, and that's super fantastic. But you know, I just want to get on here a minute and again reiterate, as we were talking to the young ladies that Tony got hugs from, you know, the biggest reason we're doing this, outside of us loving to hike and being in nature, is right now in this world, with everything going on with politics and world conflicts, we just as human beings, and especially for us being Christians, need to be less judgmental and more loving. And the easiest way for us as Christians to reach other people is to show the love of God, and that's through actions. And the greatest action I can think of for love is giving somebody hugs. And because at the end of the day, we all need a hug. And I think sometimes we get caught up on this and that, and we're afraid to have that contact with people, especially after COVID. But I think more than anything now, after a lot of this is done and said, we need that more than anything, because we went so long without that interaction with people. So just keep that in mind. But since I got you here, do us a favor. If you've made it this far in the video, hit the like button. Please go subscribe. Go back and check out some of our other videos, and hit that notification bell. That way, when it uploads once a week, hopefully more consistently on Sundays or Monday, just depending on editing and download time and all that good stuff that I get to play around with. But it helps us grow, and I know we're a very small channel at the moment, but our goal is to grow. That way we can spread this and spread the love of God and just spread the love of people. So, and that is only going to take place because of y'all. So again, we love y'all. We're not done. Just wanted to throw that in there. And until we get to some folks or something exciting, we'll see y'all shortly. And remind Miss Tony back there in the comments, if she's going to record on her phone, let me know, that way I don't speak. Just saying. Well, we are back, and we're on this really cool little outcrop of rocks surrounded by a creek. And as you can see, Bigfoot's been playing with rocks again. I was saying earlier, and hopefully it actually made the clip and I'll cut one or the other, but I was saying that one of the reasons, you know, I don't play music over some of the recording that we do is because, let's be honest, we're out here in nature, and I want people to hear nature. At the end of the day, that's part of why we're doing this, is because I know there's a lot of people sitting at home that can't get out here and do this, that would love to see it and can't. So we don't play music over it. We want people to actually not just see it, but hear it. And let's be honest, even though it can be loud at times, and I know it is, and I apologize 100% for that, but at the end of the day, how pretty does that sound? I mean, it's just a gorgeous sound to hear. And if it's too loud for you, again, my apologies. Reach up, turn the volume down a little bit. But it's actually not a bad thing if it's that loud, because it tells me our sound equipment that we got attached is working really good and that the camera's doing really good. But to all you GoProers out there, as you heard me mention earlier, we're now using a GoPro 10. Number one, what's the deal with it overheating so much? I hope the last clip is still in here. I don't know if it is. We'll see, because it overheated and froze. And the battery life. The battery life was way short. We hadn't been here not even an hour, and it was down to about 50% battery. So if you're a GoPro Pro out there and you're used to using them, tell me what I can do to make the experience with our GoPro better. Just drop me a comment, let me know. We appreciate it. And until we get to somewhere else or get a hug, we'll see you shortly. This is one of several campsites throughout here. Like I said, guys, you are allowed to camp out here. But I can kind of see why nobody's not camping at this one today. As you can tell, there's quite a bit of down trees. But just something funny on my behalf. As you seen earlier in the video, Miss Tony back there got 3 hugs, which is fantastic. And we were able to capture it. Me, I have 1 hug. And by me saying this, but listen, not a competition, it is not. Hugs are hugs. And that's what we're here for. But it's funny that it seems like every time I've gotten a hug I don't have the camera on, which, you know what, maybe that's God's plan and that's okay. But I did get a hug. Tony happened to get a picture of it. But at the end of the day, we're gonna keep filming. We're gonna keep hiking. We see something cool, or hopefully I get another hug. Maybe this time I'll actually get it on camera and not Tony's phone. But whatever, it's all good. Hugs are hugs. Welcome back, folks. No hugs yet, but my battery's almost dead on the GoPro. Thankfully I got another battery. Maybe it's cooled off enough by the time we get to the falls up here I can put it back in. If not, I guess I'll be switching to my phone. But since we were on this nice little stretch of trail right here, with a couple little waterfalls that hopefully y'all can kind of see through the foliage, because obviously it is springtime in Georgia, although it kind of feels like summer out here today. Hopefully y'all can truly see it and know that fall right there is not the big one, but it is a good sign that we're getting close. And honestly, I wish I'd have brought the bug spray. You can tell it's spring. I'm getting ate up. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of stinks because my legs are getting itchy. Because I do hike in shorts 90% of the time because I'm a chubby boy and I'm trying to lose weight. But it gets hot. But hopefully y'all can't see that fall. It is absolutely gorgeous. Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Oh no, y'all are fine. But anyway, back to what Chubby Boy was saying here. It's absolutely gorgeous up here, and the bugs are horrible, but that's okay. I'll take it all day for beautiful views like this and hugs. Outside of God's love and giving hugs, you can't find a whole lot more beautiful than that place. I mean, you really can't. But until we get to the main falls or we get a hug, I'll see y'all shortly. All right, folks. I know I said when we got to the main falls, but pretty cool rock formation. And this little drop down spot here. It's one of the other falls right here. And trust me, I know the camera don't do this justice to how far down that is, or how tall that fall is, but I promise you, that's a long way down. And I don't feel like falling, but we got to kind of hustle. Sun goes down about 8 o'clock. It's about 6:30, and we got about an hour and a half left, so we want to finish this thing in the daylight. So until we get to the main falls, or we catch a hug from somebody, we'll see y'all in just a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are at the last little push, which I'm not gonna lie, It is definitely a little bit of a push. And it's all uphill to the last little bit. And there used to be another trail that, I mean, it's all uphill, but was a little easier to get to. But as you can see to my right there, there's a bunch of down trees. So everybody's made do and made little walk arounds. To get to the fall. That way they can still get to it. But we're almost there. And just for reference, folks, if you go on the website for this trail, it says moderate. And I will be honest, for a lot of it, it is. It's not super hard, but it is about 2.5 miles in, 2.5 miles out. But there's some doozies. There's a couple hills that, not gonna lie, pretty rough. Not saying if you're out of shape, you can't do it, because obviously I'm out of shape. I'm still doing it, but it does make it a little difficult. But at the end of the day, just like coming out to find people to give hugs to, it might get hard, and just like life's a struggle, you think sometimes, but the reality is, I believe that you're about to see the payoff to make it to the top is worth it. And the reason why it's worth it is, for one, you get absolutely stunning views like this. But the other side of that is, folks, if it wasn't for the mountaintop, we couldn't see where we came from and the struggles we made it through, and we definitely couldn't see where we're going. And just remember, the mountaintop's a good place. It's worth the view, but it doesn't always mean you're going to stay there, because at the end of the day, you got to come back down to get where you're going. So with that being said, I'm going to take the lead. To show you this view. And yes, I know this doesn't necessarily look like a great big waterfall, but as you can see, it does continue to trickle on up the rest of that rock face. But folks, with that being said, we made it to the top. We're going to spend a couple minutes and rest, take a couple pictures, because that's what you do. But unless we get some more hugs, we will see y'all when we get back to the bottom. Until then, guys, We'll see you in a little bit. Woo! Well, folks, as you can tell, it's dark. And we are sitting in the truck. We finished the hike. Probably took us an hour longer than what we thought to get out. But let's be honest, God's good. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because before we made it to the top, we had honestly, because we knew it was getting late, and we were worried about time because we didn't take our headlamps in with us. So we'd actually contemplated on just going ahead and turning around, but we didn't. We pushed through. We made it to the top, and thank the Lord we did, because when we got to the bottom of the fall to start heading out, an engaged couple and their daughter was at the bottom of the falls, and her sugar had dropped, the little girl, and couldn't walk, needed food. Thankfully, Tony keeps us well fed when we hike with a bunch of little snack bars, so it's just a good reminder to go prepared. But we were able to help her get her sugar up. We stayed with them until we got all the way out. They kept trying to send us on ahead, and that just wasn't going to happen. But by the time we got out, her sugar levels were at normal. She was feeling pretty good. She was back to her normal 12, 13-year-old self. But it just goes you to show, sometimes when you're ready to quit, you don't, and you just got to keep pushing. You may not always know why you got to push, but you got to. And we did that today. Did today end the way we thought it would? Absolutely not. It started the way we wanted it to, and it ended with a blessing. And because honestly, if it wasn't for us being there, another couple being there, and some campers out here, there's a good chance it might have turned into a medical emergency. And no, we didn't film any of it. I was not going to cut the camera on for that.
Yeah, nobody wants to be filmed during their diabetic episode.
You know, but I do have to talk about it, because not because we were there, because God had us there. Because we were ready to quit, and we didn't. And now we know why. And it's also one of the reasons we do this. It's about getting out here and showing love, showing compassion. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't hike, or you don't think you're healthy enough to do it, it's okay. Go try it. Start small. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's like a lot of other communities out here. The hiking community is fantastic. There's a great group of people that come out here and hike. There's great diversity in it. And 99.9% of the time, everybody's good peoples, and they just love being out in nature, and they love doing what they do out here. But enough of that. We are done. It didn't end the way we wanted it to. It ended better, in my opinion. Yeah, so we're just gonna say God loves you, I love you. Go hug somebody. If you can't, at least smile and wave. We'll see y'all next time.